Every Sunday night somewhere in the world somebody is doing this. They're sitting at their desk at 9 p.m. with 47 browser tabs open, 3 energy drinks, a highlighter in each hand, and the absolute conviction that tonight, they are going to catch up on everything they ignored all week. The project they postponed Monday, the studying they skipped Tuesday, the business plan they avoided Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All of it, tonight, in one sitting. And you know what happens? By 11 p.m. they've reorganized their desk, watched YouTube videos about productivity, and fallen asleep on top of the notes they didn't write. I have been that person, on a weekly basis, for 2 years straight. 2 years of Sunday night delusion. And the crazy part, every Monday morning I would wake up and genuinely believe that this week would be different. It never was, because the problem wasn't my Sunday nights. The problem was the entire system I had built around them. Today I'm proving with actual science why one focused hour every single day will produce more than 10 desperate hours once a week. And more importantly, I'm giving you the system that makes it automatic. Stay elevated. Let me tell you about the worst Sunday night of my life. I had an important deadline on Monday morning. I had known about it for 2 weeks, to full weeks. And what did I do for those 2 weeks? I thought about doing it extensively. I thought about it on Tuesday while watching Netflix. I thought about it on Thursday while eating. I thought about it every single night while lying in bed and able to sleep because I kept thinking about not doing it. I was a professional thinker about work who never actually worked. So Sunday came, 6 p.m., I sat down fully committed. New person energy. By 7 p.m. I had opened the document and changed the font. By 8 p.m. I had reorganized the folder it was saved in. By 9 p.m. I had researched better ways to approach it without approaching it. By 11 p.m. I was genuinely considering whether a career change might solve this problem. Monday morning, I submitted something that took 1 hour to write but 2 weeks and 1 Sunday night of pure suffering to produce. Here's what I finally understood. The brain is not designed for marathon sessions. It never was. Motivation is not a tank you can fill on Sunday and spend all week. It is a muscle, and muscles don't grow from one enormous session once a week. They grow from consistent daily effort that compounds quietly over time. Here's the science behind why your brain physically cannot perform the way you're expecting it to on those Sunday night sessions. First, cognitive fatigue and diminishing returns. A landmark study published in the journal Cognition found that sustained focus on a single task for extended periods leads to a measurable decline in performance after just 50 to 60 minutes. Your brain doesn't just get tired, it actively gets worse at the task the longer you push it past that threshold. So those final 6 hours of your 10-hour Sunday session? Scientifically, they're producing output at a fraction of the quality of the first hour. You're not being productive. You're producing tired work and calling it hustle. Second, the spacing effect. This is the one that changes everything. Psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus, the same man who gave us the forgetting curve, discovered in the 19th century that information and skills learned at across spaced intervals are retained exponentially better than the same material crammed into one session. In simple terms, your brain consolidates learning and progress during sleep. Every night you sleep after a focused work session, your brain literally builds neural pathways reinforcing what you did that day. 1 hour today, sleep. 1 hour tomorrow, sleep. 1 hour the day after. By day 7 you have 7 nights of brain consolidation working in your favor. 10 hours on Sunday, 1 night of consolidation. The rest of the week your brain spent forgetting. Third, behavioral momentum. Harvard professor Teresa M. Abile studied workplace productivity for years and identified what she called the progress principle. The single biggest driver of performance and motivation is the feeling of making daily forward progress. No matter how small, 1 hour a day creates a daily win. A daily win creates momentum. Momentum creates the next session easier than the last. 10 hours once a week creates one exhausting experience followed by 6 days of avoidance followed by another exhausting experience. That's not momentum. That's a cycle. This is the daily hour protocol. 3 rules. Non-negotiable, completely automatic once installed. Rule 1. The sacred hour. You choose 1 hour, the same hour, every single day. Not approximately the same time. Not whenever you feel like it. The exact same hour. This matters because of something called habit stacking and circadian anchoring. Your brain and body build biological expectations around repeated time cues. The same way your body gets hungry at lunch even before you look at the clock, it will begin preparing for deep work at your chosen hour automatically over time. The sacred hour is non-negotiable. It does not move for social events, for low energy days, for bad moods, or for the new series that just dropped on Netflix. It moves for genuine emergencies only, and I mean genuine, not I don't feel like it emergencies. 1 hour, same time, every day. Rule 1 installed. Rule to the single target. During your sacred hour you work on exactly one thing, not your most urgent thing, not your email, not your general to-do list, the one project, skill, or goal that matters most to your long-term vision, and only that. This is where most people lose the war even when they show up. They sit down for their hour and spend it scattered across 5 different things, switching tasks every 12 minutes, never going deep on anything. Research from the University of California, Irvine found that after a task interruption, it takes an average of 23 minutes to return to full focus depth. If you're switching tasks every 12 minutes during your sacred hour, you are never actually focused. You're permanently in recovery mode. One target, full depth, every session. Rule 2 installed. Rule 3. The streak identity. This is the rule that makes the whole protocol permanent. You track your daily hour streak visibly, on a wall calendar, a whiteboard, a notebook, wherever you will see it every single day. Each completed session gets an X. Your only job is to never break the chain. Comedian Jerry Seinfeld famously used this exact method to write jokes every single day. He called it "Don't Break the Chain" and attributed it as one of the key systems behind his consistency. Here's the psychology behind why it works. Once a streak reaches 7 days, your brain begins to identify as someone who does this daily. At 21 days, the identity solidifies. At 66 days, the point behavioral researchers at University College London identified as the true habit formation threshold. It becomes automatic. You stop negotiating with yourself about whether to show up. You just show up. Because that's who you are now. You're not someone who works in desperate Sunday night bursts. You're an elevator, and elevators show up every day. Rule 3 installed. The daily hour protocol is complete. I want you to do some math with me right now. 1 hour a day for 1 year is 365 hours of focused, deliberate output on the thing that matters most to you. 10 hours once a week for 1 year, assuming you actually do it every single week, is 520 hours. Sounds like 10 hours wins, right? Except it doesn't, because those 365 daily hours come with 365 nights of brain consolidation. 365 daily wins building momentum. 365 identity votes for the person you are becoming. And those 520 weekly hours come with cognitive fatigue, diminishing returns, inconsistency, 6-day breaks between sessions, and 0 compounding. The elevators watching this, you have been losing not because you work less, but because you work wrong. The person beating you is not working 10 times harder on Sunday. They are showing up for one focused hour every single day while you're still planning your next marathon session. 1 hour? Every day. That's the gap. That's where the distance between where you are and where you want to be lives. And now you have the system to close it. System activated. Cancel your Sunday night session. You don't need it anymore. If this just changed how you think about your time, drop "system activated" in the comments. I read every single one. Share this with someone who spends every Sunday night trying to make up for an entire week in one sitting. They need this more than they need another energy drink. And if you have been here since the beginning, you now have systems for your mornings, your procrastination, your overthinking, your productivity apps, and now your time. You're not just watching videos. You are building an elevated life. One system at a time. New videos drop every week here on Kends Elevated. Until then, the system is ready. Now elevate.